Hello, everybody. Today is Saturday, May the 2nd, 2026. May already. This is FlossTube 147. It's been a little while since I've done a video. So here I am. If you're new, my name is Shelly, and this is my channel about cross stitch and crochet and quilting and some diamond painting thrown in, and every now and then some watercolor. Lately it's been a lot of crochet. So I've got a list of people that I want to make scarves for Christmas, and so yeah, I've been doing a lot of crochet and some cross stitch, not a whole lot. I have been working on my Christmas quilt off and on, and so yeah, I don't have a whole lot to share, but it's going to take me a minute to gather it all up, to figure out what exactly I've shown you and what I haven't. Yeah, it's going to take me a little minute, but anyway, I'm glad you're here. If you see something that you like, I hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe. My goal is always to film once a month. I lead a local needlework group who meets the first Saturday of every month. I live in Florence, Alabama, which is in the northwest corner of Alabama. So if you're anywhere in northeast Mississippi, southern middle Tennessee, I'm in your area. So if you like needlework, anything that you can do with your hands and a needle or hook in your hands, come check us out. The first Saturday of every month, except for the month of July, we meet at Calico Rose Quilt Shop, which is on Darby Drive in Florence. And we meet from 10 to 2, open house style. You come when you can, leave when you have to. And we just stitch together and sort of share things that we've seen online. And today, after everybody else had left and it was just me and the shop owner left in our little area where we were stitching, her and I just sat and had a nice talk about life and yeah, just life and dating again and stuff like that. So it was a good time today. So let me gather up some stuff and I'll be right back. Okay. I've stitched a little bit on this the second design on Halloween Pretties from Tiny Modernist. I finished this one, I don't know, a few months ago, and then this one is called The Boot. And so there's a black Victorian boot that is down here that I still have to stitch. I don't stitch a whole lot of Halloween stuff, but I really love the look of this. I've always loved pink and gray together. This is an Atomic Ranch 40 count fabric that I had in my stash. And I think it's so cute. So cute. So I stitched some on that. And I just sort of picked my own flosses from my overdyes. Let's see. Well, I'm not sure which color this is. I don't know. I have two. I don't know why, but I have two Atomic Ranch tags in this bag. So it's either Lestrange or Mellow Stone. I'm thinking maybe it's Mellow Stone, but I don't know that for sure. I've stitched some on my intricate intimate romance. Not as much as I want to or need to, but I have tried to stitch some on it every month, even though I had a goal of stitching on it 2 weekends in every month. It's kind of just really been one weekend. But you can kind of really start to see his the outline of his hair, and you know, his eyes starting, his nose. And I'm sorry I didn't grab a board to put behind these things, but way long to go. And that was charted by it's the artist is the Art Revivalist, but it's charted by Stitches So Beautiful over on Etsy. I haven't stitched on that. I wasn't sure. Oh, wait. And then I'm still trying to work some every month on my Nature's Journey. This is a series that was in Just Cross Stitch magazine last year. And sorry for the wrinkles. I'm stitching it on a 46 count with DMC flosses. I haven't gotten a whole lot. I have finished the moth for the fall section. I like to, my goal is to stitch on this every Sunday, but that has not been happening because I've been crocheting. I stitched some this past weekend, I think. Time is just flying by, so it's hard to keep up, but I stitched some recently on Memories of the Past from Hands Across the Sea. And this piece is just so pretty. I believe this is a 37 count Russian tea cake. And I'm using the called for 103s from Aversois. And these are my colors. You can't tell from this shirt that I have on today because these are not my colors, but you can from the background. And let's see if I can, there's my quilt. There's more of my quilt. I'm sitting on a purple sofa. So the shirt that I have on is definitely not my colors. These are my colors. And yeah, you can tell by the bag that it's in. This is Lori Holt's Eat, Sleep, Stitch, Repeat pattern that I turned into a bag. Gorgeous fabric. What is in here? Okay, this is Lori Holt's Prim Stitch series. I stitched a little bit on that since I last filmed. This is on a 32 count Jobelin, which I would normally do 2 strands on 32 count, but on this one I did 1 strand just to give it more of a prim look. So I've completed the church and started on the plant on that block. I don't know if I did any on her recently, but still got a long way to go. There's 12 of these. I stitched some on this little piece, which I started ages ago, and you know, I'm almost finished. Don't have long to go to finish it. I had planned to finish it this month, but that did not happen. This is from a magazine, and there's probably 4 of these designs in this same blue and yellow color fabric color combo. And yeah, I like to do all of them, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. But so cute. I'd like to decorate, you know, part of the year with like lemons and botanicals, things like that. That's not all the cross stitch, but I'll show you. I'll show you this. I started doing some embroidery, some letters that I want to do for Christmas presents. Trying to remember the name of her shop. I don't remember, but I'll put it right here, and I'll also link it in the description box. It's a shop on Etsy, and she has some really cute embroidery stuff. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I stitched a little bit on my procrastinating. This is from a Just Cross Stitch magazine. So I got finished with this row of lettering, which hallelujah, because those letters were not fun. There was so many half stitches and quarter stitches and 3/4 stitches. It's just like, so still a lot to do. I still have to do the flower up here. Still have to finish these letters. The border doesn't go all the way around. It's just sort of like in the 4 corners. And then there's flowers down at the bottom. But I love the design. It's beautiful. I did change the colors. Some of the colors stayed the same as the call for, but like this was, I think this was orange and this was more salmony. So I changed it to be more of my colors. This past couple of days, I've stitched some on Sampler Hope. This is from Stitches Through the Years, and it has the part of the poem Hope by Emily Dickinson on it. So I was stitching this already when I've told you about Kevin before on here, my boyfriend from high school who passed away in 2022. I wanted to do this in his memory, and so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do something with his name and his dates and stuff on it instead of down at the bottom it says Hope, and then right here it says Emily Dickinson, and then the year that this poem was written. So I just have to chart it out, and I don't know. I really would like to do the letters like these, but I don't have the letters that I need. Not all the letters that I would need to use are in the words on this, so I'd have to figure out how to chart the ones that aren't part of the pattern. Anyway, this is a 40 count XJU design fabric, and I'm stitching with overdyed flosses. My choices, because my dye lots that were called for were different than what the pattern looked like, and I really loved what the pattern looked like, so I picked colors that matched the pattern. I thought I had grabbed them. Here they are. These are the flosses that I'm using. So I had on my plans for April, I was supposed to stitch some on this piece from Fat Quarter Shop, and when I sat down with it to stitch one night, I realized that I didn't have the flosses pulled. So I was too lazy to get up and go hunt them down. And so I just worked on another piece that I had in the bag, and that's Mistletoe Lane from Fat Quarter Shop. So I finished the house. I got the house finished and started a little bit on the little one of the presents that's on this side. So all I have left to do is the presents. I did finish the house, correct? Yes, I did. So just a cute piece. That's a 32 count, I think. Don't remember the name. Platinum, maybe. And then I finished one of my, the number 9, my Shannon Christine Christmas ornaments, and started number 10. Show you all of them. And so I just finished that one and then started on this one. And these are done on a 28 count black linen with her call for DMCs. I am using petite treasure braid instead of the chronic that she called for. I just find petite treasure braid is a lot easier to work with. And I think that's all the cross stitch that I've worked on since I filmed last. I kind of didn't do a good job of record keeping. There is one more, but I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at, so I'll show you that at a different time. But these are the scarves that I've finished so far. So I'm using Brianna K Designs. I'm using her wheat scarf pattern. She's over on Etsy. There's also on her blog, you can get this pattern that's, it has ads and stuff. It's not free. And she gives you more details in the paid version. So I did buy the paid version. She also has a tutorial on her YouTube channel. So yeah, and she's, as a designer, I think she's pretty genius, and she does a really good job of doing tutorials. So this variegated yarn is from Temu. So it's got wool in it, and so that, I don't know if I'd ever stitched with anything with wool in it. And I liked it. I like the way it's stitched up. And then it's just this is just from Hobby Lobby, the solid. This variegated is also from Hobby Lobby. And then just a white. These are all like a 3-weight yarns. This one's soft, super soft. And that fringe is so soft. And then I just finished this one this week. So these are from Premier Yarns. I wanted, our Hobby Lobby has a really good selection of yarns, but it's kind of like you want to see what all's out there. And so I kept saying I need to go to Michael's and see what they have. Their loops and threads, loops and something, their brand, that they have stuff they have yarn in that brand. And so I looked at them online, you know, and I was like, I really just need to go ride over there one day. Well, it's like an hour drive from where I am, and I just never could get up the gumption to go. And so I was looking on Brianna's site to kind of see like some of the stuff that she'd use, the different yarns and stuff. And so one of the ones that she used in the tutorial of this scarf, um, it was a Premier color fusion yarn. And so I went to their site and they had some really good prices. And so I went ahead and ordered everything that I needed for all the gifts. I want to say, I think I have about 13 scarves that I'm planning to make. And it was right under $100 for the yarn for all of it. So this was the first one that I made with their yarn. I like their yarn a lot. Um, the only thing is the solid one. It, like, as I got to the end of the scarf, I kept having to cut because there was parts of it that, and I wasn't to the end of the ball or the skein, um, but it started having some places that were just really weird, like real kind of fuzzy, like you can see right in here. Um, and then it got thin in some places. Now, if you look at this one, I forgot when I was doing the solid ones, when I started doing not the first one, but then this row right here, I forgot to do back loop only. And so by the time I realized I was already, you know, all the way down, I was like, I'm just gonna not do back loop only on this one. So you can kind of see how the back loop only makes it more like ribbing. So I got finished with that one, and then I started another one. And this is the yarn that I had left from that one. I was hoping that I would have enough of the solid colors to get 2 scarves out of it. And I don't know, one, if not doing the back loop only made that much of a difference. Plus I had to cut some out because of the not so great parts on it. So on this one, I'm having to kind of just, you know, come up with a different way to do it because I don't have enough of that one. So I'm using this. This is my variegated. It's called Maui. And so I want to do that, which is sea glass. And like I said, I don't think I'm gonna have enough. So I had this other one called Parchment. I think, yes, Parchment. So I'm gonna do some rows in this and then some rows in this. So, but I did get a start on it. So I started with Parchment, and then this one is with the sea glass. And then I know I'm going to do more Parchment ones. So I don't remember if I did them alternating or I did the sea glasses, you know, they'll be together in the middle. I don't remember, but I wrote it all down. So, anyway, that's what I've been working on. I did make some baby booties for one of the doctors at our clinic. Him and his wife just had a baby this week. And so I did make some baby booties for her. What else? think of anything else that I've done. I do have a little bit of haul. So I went to TJ Maxx yesterday when I got off of work. I had a haircut appointment and it wasn't quite time, so it's just kind of, killing time, as they say. But I went to TJ because I was hoping they had some new planners out. Um, the planner that I have, the Laurel Denise, in June, it ends. So it was like mid-year type one. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to kind of go back to bullet journaling and kind of come up with my own spreads. I'll probably do that for a while, and then I change, back and forth. Anyway, I went there to see if they had some planners, and they did not. They don't have planners out yet for next year. Um, but they did have this little watercolor packet, and these are all the designs that are in it. It was like $10, and it's all about reading books and reading. Like this one, I have no shelf control. And where's the other one? There's one that I thought was funny. Where did it go? I like big books, and I cannot lie. This one, buy me books and tell me I'm pretty. So anyway, each page, has perforations so you can tear it out, and each page has the same colors. Now, I don't know if I'll use these colors. I have my own watercolor paints that I might, dip into. We shall see. But anyway, I picked that up. Also at TJ Maxx, everybody's using the jewelry cases to make travel sewing cases. They have some little jewelry cases that have embroidery on the top of them. So definitely check that out. I didn't get any because I have several jewelry cases that I'm still haven't done anything with to make sewing kits. So I restrained myself, but man, they were pretty, really, really pretty. And I mean, it's just perfect for, needlework. I did get, back in the fall last year, I ordered this kit. Not really, I guess it's sort of a kit, but it's from Heather Briggs at My So Quilty Life. And I just thought it was really, really pretty, the fabric. So, let's see. If you're interested, this is the information. I don't know if they have any left or not. But this is all what was in the box. So, there's this pattern. And an extra little pattern. And this kind of shows you everything that's available from this line. Or maybe that's hang on. This is the new line, Handmade Sweetness, shipping September 2026. Let me grab, let's see. So, I thought these were really cute. So these are just little collapsible crates. How cute is that? I think this box was 50-ish. These little travel bags. So, I guess there's 2 of them. Is there 2 of them? Hang on. Excuse the twinkle. There is. So there's one that size and then a smaller one. Super cute. I don't know. I just kind of fell in love with this fabric. And not that I need any more fabric, but there's a sticker. And postcard and sticker. So postcards, they have like a little a little quilt pattern or a block pattern. There's these little labels. Sorry for the glare. This is nice. This is really nice. It's one of these hard cases. Look how cute. Look at the back. So you put your rotary cutter and whatever else, whatnot. It's a rotary tool case is what it is. But you know, I mean, you could use it for whatever you wanted to. And then last but not least, the fabric. So there's 2 charm packs and then a 3/4 cut yard, 3/4 yard cut for making the quilt. So that's the coordinating. Make a good striped binding. You know, if you know me, you know I love a striped binding. Let's go ahead and tear this paper off and just go through this. I mean, who doesn't like to look at fabric, right? Oh, look how sweet. That is such a sweet little tone on tone. Yes, these are just so pretty. So pretty. I mean, if you have a little girl, my goodness. I do have a friend that's about to have a little girl. Another one that just had a little girl. So sweet. So sweet. Look at that. Too cute. Look at the sherbety color. Little gingham. Well, oh, words. What's it say? Flatlands, breeze, valley. This is prairie. Pastel Prairie is the name of the line. So I'm not gonna make you endure this whole thing, but you know, it's just different colorways of the same fabrics, same prints. So, super cute little box. I hadn't ordered any fabric or anything in quite a while. That might change a little bit. I don't know. My friend Rachel Q had invited me to become a Connecting Threads ambassador, and so I applied and I got into that program. And so, if I'm not mistaken, I just got the information, so I'm a little new at it, and I'm not sure what all I can and can't, what all does and does not count toward earning points. It's basically you share on social media, whatever platforms you're on, different posts. They have specific things that you do each month, plus they just have general ones that you can do to earn, a few points. But the points go toward merchandise. So I, in the past, did a lot of business with Connecting Threads. I love their threads, their thread line. They have really good quality fabric that, doesn't break the bank. And yeah, some really pretty patterns and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that I have a code that will be for my viewers. And so check the description box below if you are looking to shop at Connecting Threads. There should be a coupon code below. I think that's about it. So, life-wise, not much going on other than work and my crafting and stitching. My younger grandson Malachi did have an accident week before last. He was at wrestling practice and somehow tripped, and I don't know if he fell on his own leg or the other boy fell on his leg or what happened, but he dislocated his ankle and broke his tibia. So, yeah. So they brought him to the local ER, and he didn't have a pulse in his foot. And so the ER doctors set the bone immediately without any kind of sedation or anything. But Malachi was a total beast, and he didn't even cry. So, the doctor told him, he's like, I have grown men that will be crying and cursing me when I do this to them. He's like, I'm very impressed. So, they had to send him on to Huntsville to pediatric orthopedist. And so he had surgery. He's got a plate and some screws that will stay in for, I don't know how long it'll stay in, but it will come out eventually. But he's done really, really well. Really well. So, but he needs your prayers. So if you think about Malachi, remember him. My younger brother is about to move from Atlanta to Plano, Texas for his job. So, he just sent me a link today of their house that they just put on the market. So if you live anywhere in Atlanta and you're looking for a home, they have an amazing place. So I will share that link below. Definitely check that out. It's, I forget if it's Midtown, if it's something with Midtown West, maybe. I don't remember what he said the area is, but it's in a gated community that has a pool. It's 3 levels with a rooftop deck, and it's just gorgeous and very comfortable. So, and you know, if you go to the link below and you see the pictures, that's how it looks all the time. Like, I don't know how he does it because I'm not that way with my house, but you know, his place looks magazine ready all the time. So, anyway, yeah, I guess that's it for me. I'm about to get off of here. I'm going to watch Denise at Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. I saw she's got a video out. We've kind of been on the same little, same schedule, I think, Denise. It seems like as soon as I'm thinking about doing a video, you pop up with one. So I'm going to watch Denise. Her and Rachel Q are the ones that I faithfully watch. As soon as something comes up, I watch them. I haven't been watching a whole lot else because I've been crocheting a lot. Um, you know, watching crochet tutorials, been watching basketball, of course. Um, watching watched the Lincoln Lawyer. I started all the way back from the beginning because it had been a couple of years since I watched any of it, and then watched all the way through the current season. Watching Will Trent. I started watching The Pit. I like that a lot. I'm caught up on Paradise on Hulu. Watching Jeopardy. Basketball. Trying to think if there's any other shows that I'm like really into right now. I don't have BritBox right now. My membership came to an end and I didn't renew it. I may renew it future, but do it through Prime. I don't know if anybody else feels this way. Okay, I'm 60 years old, so you know, when I was little, we had two, maybe three channels, and we were the remote control. Um, we had a antenna outside that we'd have to turn, and then if you were really fancy, you had a little TV top little dial that you could go and it would turn it automatically for you. So, you know, I kind of miss the good old days of having just networks and instead of now having a gazillion streaming services and you can't remember which show is on what service. And then now with the finals of the NBA, it's like I've got Prime, I've got NBA League Pass on Prime. I have Peacock, and I still had to get something else to be able to see some games. Like I had to sign up for Fubu, which is like 80 something dollars a month. I'm not keeping it. I just got it for the finals and that's it. But it's like, first of all, you don't know which game is on which platform. And it's like, oh my goodness, can't we just go back to where we had three networks and what you wanted to watch was on one of those three networks? Oh man, I'm all for technology and I'm all for all of that. But my goodness, man, can't keep straight what's on what. And it, you know, like if you go to I have a Roku TV. So if you go on that and you try to find it takes you all this convoluted all over the place. And it just, I don't know. First world problems here, right? Anyway, go Celtics. um, yeah. I think that's all I got for you guys. I will hopefully see y'all again next month. Um, I am excited. I told my girls for Mother's Day that what I wanted was for them to spend money on themselves for a spa day. Not a whole day, but you know, we're going to all go to the spa together, have separate services, and then all come back together in the lounge first, and then they have a halo therapy room that we rented, and so that's we weren't able to do it Mother's Day weekend, so I think it's I don't remember if it's the next weekend or 2 weekends later. But for Mother's Day weekend, I already had my monthly, one of my monthly massages scheduled for that Saturday. And so I'm splurging, and I tacked on a soak. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I'm really looking forward to spending the part of the day at the spa with my girls. So I'm a member at this spa. It's Serenity Day Spa in Florence. If you're anywhere near in this area, definitely check that place out. Um, I'm a member. Grandfathered in to the original membership plan. I go twice a month, and massage is not a luxury for me. Like when we had lockdown and they had to close for I don't know how many months, I realized that it's not a luxury with my fibro. It helps me tremendously to keep my pain in check, to deal with it. But anyway, this girl that owns the spa, Summer is her name, um, she, when I first started doing massage therapy, getting massages, I started out at a place called Blue Water Massage and Body Work, and she was one of the massage therapists there. And so I tried her once, and then I kept going back to her. When she decided to go off on her own, I followed her. She went off on her own with someone else at first. I followed her there, and then she branched out completely on her own, and I followed her there. And so that's where she's at currently, is Serenity Day Spa now. She owns other businesses in the area. She is, the ultimate female entrepreneur, but they recently moved. And I mean, she's always like, always, she was always tweaking things and, making things better and changing things up. And um, they, this new location, I mean, she hit it out of the park. And so, I'm sitting in the lounge in my robe, waiting for my massage therapist to come get me, or after she brings me back, and I'm sitting in the lounge, in my robe, having a snack and water or wine or tea or whatever I want. Um, and I'm thinking, I want my girls to come and experience this. And so I was like, that's what I want to do for Mother's Day. I want y'all to spend the money on yourselves, and let's just spend some time together at the spa. And so that's what we're going to do. And I'm so excited about it. So now I'm like, next year, maybe we just need to do a girls' trip somewhere. So, yeah, doesn't take much to get me excited, I guess. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go for real now. And yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Bye.